Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bishop John Mabonga of Christian Family Church International, Kenya. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and please, I would invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Bishop John Mabonga at YouTube. We will stay motivated together. Today, I'm talking about the power of unity in a family. Your family is a very important unit on the face of the earth. In fact, God's plan from the very beginning up to today is about family. There's nothing that that bothers God so much than a family. And remember, we have different types of families. We have a nuclear family where we have a father, mother, and children. And we also have extended family. But we also have a church family. And the church family is always defined as family of families. Then we have a community as a family. Then we have a nation as a family. We have a continent as a family. So I'm going to talk about the power of unity in a family. And today I'm going to speak from the book of Genesis chapter 11, the story of the Tower of Babel. And please, let's go together. The Bible says, at the first, the people of the whole world had one language and used the same words. As they wandered about in the east, they came to a plain in Babylonia and settled there. They said to one another, "Come on, let us make bricks and make them hard," so that they had bricks to build with and tar to hold them together. They said, "Now let us build a city. Let us build a city with a tower that reaches the sky." And the Bible says, they said, "Let us build a city with a tower that reaches the sky, so that we can make a name for ourselves and not be scattered all over the earth." And the Lord came down. Listen to this. The Lord came down to see the city and the tower which men had built. And he said, "Now then, these are all one people, and they speak one language. This is just the beginning of what they are going to do. Soon they will be able to do anything they want. Let us go down and mix up their language so that they will not understand one another." So the Lord scattered them all over the earth, and they stopped building the city. And the city was called Babylon, because there the Lord mixed up the language of the people. From there, he scattered them all over the earth. Now, friends, the whole world, just imagine, the whole world was one family. They spoke one language and they had one speech and they had everything in common. So they came together and they said, "Let us build a city and a tower that reaches in heaven. We want to go where God is. We are not going to be scattered on the earth the way God had commissioned." Now remember, this was in rebellion with God's command, because God's decree was, go in the whole world, fill the whole world, subdue it, and dominate it. And so God expected men and women to go everywhere and fill the earth and make nations the way they are today. But initially, these people came together and they decided to go against what God was doing. And of course, I want you to know that although it was in rebellion to what God had said, but they had one language, one vision, one goal, one objective. And they stuck together and they had one language and one speech. And so they decided they are going to build a tower to heaven. And my friends, I've come to learn that if you want your family to stand, if you want your church to stand, you want your community to stand, you want your nation to stand, you want your continent as Africa to stand, or whichever continent you are, we must have one vision, one language, one speech, and one objective. And all of us, we must decide we're going to work at it. For when you work together as a unit and you understand each other, then your family is going to stand. Now, God comes and says, look at what men have started doing, because they have one language, one mind, one speech, and one objective. If this is what they have started to do, then nothing they ever think they are going to do will become hard for them. And guess what God happens? God decides to come and scatter them. And that's how the Tower of Babel was never built up to heaven. Otherwise, it would have reached in heaven. So today, I want to encourage you. If you have a family, whatever you're doing, learn to have one vision, one language, one objective, and one mindset, and speak one language, and God will have you accomplish what you want. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next episode. God bless you.